listening to Downworlder Dish, a Shadowhunter Chronicles podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 37, where we will be discussing the whole book, City of Ashes. I'm Kristen.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Amanda.
Oh, fuck. I mean...
if you're going to mess it up, you might as well do it now.
No, we're rolling with this. We are live and we are uncut. That sounded dirty. No, I closed out of the dock as I was scrolling. So anyway, for those of you listening at home or at work or wherever you listen to your podcasts, this is take 2 of our City of Ashes wrap up because my mic wasn't recording the entire time we were recording, and I didn't find out until I went to edit it. Yay!
Well, and hopefully my mic is working okay this time. So these old ladies have issues.
Yeah, we might have a bye week this week. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Oh, you sweet summer child. Hi, everybody. This is Editing Kristen. And boy, do I have a story for you. So we attempted to record this wrap-up episode twice. The first time my mic was off, as I mentioned before, and this time our video got corrupted. So yay! Which means that we're offering our listeners a choose-your-own-adventure experience. That's right, folks. We've published both versions of our City of Ashes wrap-up. Neither complete nor adequate, but to be fair, that's kind of on brand for us. So go ahead, chill out, and enjoy 2 hour-long episodes of the exact same content answered in varying ways, depending on how we felt 2 weeks later. So, we're here to talk about City of Ashes.
Yeah.
It feels like this book went by a lot faster than the first book.
Really, dude.
I agree.
I mean, it may be because it had less chapters. So, so mathematically,
I suppose.
it kind of adds up.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. I've been learning about proportional or graphing proportional relationships.
Dude, don't break my brain.
In my 7th grade math class. She's got 12 assignments this week from math. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Dude, can we not?
No thanks.
Anyway. How's homeschooling going for you guys?
My kids is exceptionally easy, but she's
That's
also
great.
Self-motivated, so
right. Must be nice. Can't relate. Right. Would
She's
not recommend.
She's in 4th grade. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I was talking to a coworker. I feel like probably 3rd through maybe 5th grade is like the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. You know, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade, it would be like herding cats. Junior high is super intense, or high school. And this one, it's like, yeah, the classes are kind of difficult. She knows how to use her Chromebook. She can log in by herself. Right. Minimal effort from mom. Although we did have to help her with math the last 2 days. There's no we, it was me.
Right.
And it was...
Don't give credit where credit is not due.
Well, she was adding and subtracting numbers, hundreds. And I was showing her how to do it where you borrow or add. Mm-hmm. And I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, you're teaching her this wrong. You're teaching her this wrong. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. So I was like, I'm going to get a calculator just to double check your work before I started. Because I was going to show her the way I thought it was, and I was wrong. So I'm glad I did it.
Is she having to do Common Core?
She is, but they were stacked in this one.
Okay, that's good.
But when we were subtracting, so we took 1 from the tens column and added it to the ones. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that number becomes 13 now. Because she was doing it, she was making it 4. But I couldn't remember. I was like 99.9. And so I was like, I'm going to use the calculator.
Tens.
And if it's 1, it is wrong. If it's, whatever, or like higher, I am correct.
See, that's the thing I love about middle school is they don't care. You can use a calculator. They're not asking you to memorize or do math in your head or anything like that, because we're like full algebra and geometry. So it's like your calculator is part of it. So I'm like, okay, thank God we don't have to do any math in our head.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a little mind twisting because like I'm like, wait, I think I remember something right, and then I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
And so I'm like Googling, like, especially because some of the vocabulary is different.
Uh-huh.
Like, they use different, like, terms and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what the... I'm like, if you wanted me to solve for X, just tell me to solve for X.
Dude, I loved me some algebra.
No.
Where you make the little, like, triangle, and it just perfectly fits down together. Oh, that was my jam in school.
I hated showing my work.
Loved it.
Because I did a lot of it in my head. And I was just like, well, it's obvious what it is. You just flip the equation. It's obvious. Right? And then I'd get mad when they're like, you need to show bring it all the way down. I don't have time for that.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, let me break this shit down.
I showed my work, and then it was wrong.
Yeah, well, I had to tell my kids that I cheated through science because I was like, your dad, I will help you with every subject. Your dad does science. I can't do it. I cheated my way through. It's the only way I graduated. Could not do science.
I could write, like, a procedure really well.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
I guess that's true because that's English.
Yeah, exactly.
We had someone that had messaged us saying that they weren't sure about whose voice was whom, and they wanted to make a point, blah, blah, blah. So, we figured we should probably tell you. There's a method.
Amanda's saying blah, blah, blah just because she can't remember what it said.
No, it's not. Well, that's not my point, is we will get to what that person said, believe me. But my point is we actually have an order when we're recording.
Oh, yeah.
And we've never told anyone that before, so they could tell the difference between us.
No, but it's important to mention that we thought it through and was like, you know what? If we have an order that we just always go in each episode, people will know our voice and it'll be easier for them. Except we never told people who was reading what. Because we're stupid.
Yeah.
It's like a Rubik's Cube. Figure it out.
It's an Easter egg.
So anyway, we read our sections based on how we introduce ourselves. So Kristen, Robin, Amanda, in case you're wondering.
No, it's a lie.
Yeah, Robin does the recap.
Oh, shit, you're right.
I am the end. I'm last.
I'm so stupid. Why do we introduce ourselves that way? Robin had a problem with it, too, because she wanted to be at the end.
I didn't like being in the middle, but I figured it out now.
Yeah.
I think because it sounds weird. Kristen, Amanda, no.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it sounds weird.
Okay, my bad.
And that's how we sit at the table. Mm-hmm. We decided we were just going to go.
That's a good point. Okay, well, then Robin does the recap. Kristen goes, then Amanda, then Robin again. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's correct.
And then we did that because you do the outro. So you didn't want to do the last. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Okay, cool beans. Sorry, guys. There it is.
Behind the scenes. Nobody cares. We've gone off the rails.
Yeah, we have gone off the rails. But, it's been, I don't know, it's been 3 days since we've caught up. So why don't we? We're not going to kick things off with Robin's recap.
Because there was a book. The end.
Tell us about the entire book, Robin.
You started it, and then you read it, and then you listened to us talk about you reading it, and then it was awesome.
Okay.
Very good.
So let's first start off with the question we got sent to us by a listener. I almost said reader again. Fuck. By a listener named Carls. So, okay. So, They say, I love your podcast. I just finished listening to 3 Shadowhunters, a vampire, and a dead guy. It's probably one of my favorite titles.
It's a good one.
Would they not just take vampire motorcycles to Queens? Okay, so we kind of discussed this as an option. We briefly considered it and then immediately dismissed it because how are you going to keep a dead guy on a motorcycle?
Baby Bjorn.
My only... So, Jace has one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming Raphael came in one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
I
wondering...
mean, maybe. We don't know.
But then how many people came? There's not enough seats. And doesn't it, like, disintegrate in the sun? What time is it?
Well, it's obviously night because Raphael's out.
Well, and then they would look like Elliot and E.T.
He's in the basket in the front.
Right, so there wouldn't be enough seats. So would half of them take a cab and then, like, it just doesn't, for me, it just doesn't add up because I'm like, I feel like if something as significant as balancing dead Simon on the handlebars of a vampire motorcycle happened, Cassie would have to write about it.
Right.
Right? Like
It's
if
odd to
something
not bring
that
it up, though.
ingenious were to happen, it's such just a delight of an image that it has to be in a book, right? You couldn't just like be like, I'm just gonna cut that part out. No.
Although it is entirely possible that that's what happened.
It is.
Because we don't know.
We have
don't
no
know.
idea.
All we have is theories.
Good question.
What are you doing with your life? Why are you listening to us? We don't know anything.
Just to hear you wheeze.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to sing that song, but like change the words to just to hear you wheeze. I am not a singer. Sorry.
I don't even know what tune you were going for.
Just to see you smile, the Tim McGraw?
To say I love you.
Oh, okay, I was
That
thinking
one.
Tim McGraw also, so I was like, it's okay, kiddo.
Oh, jeez.
I just mash it up with P.S. If this is Austin, I still love you.
I love that song.
I know, it makes everyone cry. Okay, we gotta get
Shoot.
serious.
Yeah.
And by
Where
we,
we at
I
here?
mean this gal.
Do it.
All right, so
I'm so shiny. So shiny.
clean,
Like
so
a
fresh,
treasure
fresh.
from a
It's my
sunken
computer
pirate
screen.
ship.
Yes. I am booty.
Oh,
jeez
Lord.
Louise.
We can tell it's 11 o'clock at night. And we've been all up since the butt crack of dawn. At least I have.
Yeah, I mean, I got up at like 8:30 or 7:30, yeah. Feels like early.
Okay, so I pulled some questions from Tumblr, because why not?
Yes.
And these questions are from Book Lovers Book Club on Tumblr. So, FYI, credit where credit is due. So the first question is, do you agree with Valentine's opinion about the clave? Not the murder and war part, just his idea of that the clave needs to be fixed.
I don't know
Bueller.
enough about the clave. I just realized what you said. Sorry. Bueller. Anyway, I don't know enough about the clave to say yes or no.
Mhm.
So far, really, all that we know really from the clave is the Inquisitor. So, yeah. But who knows? Everyone else could be totally normal, and she's the one that's batshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to say.
I agree that the clave needs to change. Like, obviously, their viewpoints and, like, some of the stuff, like, the way that they see Downworlders and stuff, like, it's all twisted and fucked up. And so that needs to change. I do not agree with the way it needs to change, i.e.,
Are you sure?
murdering everybody.
Demons.
Yeah. Robin, what do you think?
I mean,
Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies.
taking what we know now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about the clave, but it seems like everybody that's had any sort of contact with them is like,
Right,
3
like
out
no
of
one wants
10.
to deal with them.
Nobody's into it, so it must not be. I mean, number one, they got a crappy motto, like the law is hard, but it's the law.
Right, rude.
You know, nobody's into that.
Thumbs down.
I'd like some explanations.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care for the way the Shadow Brothers, Silent Brothers, treated Clary either. Just because, when she went to go testify with the mortals.
Yes, I agree with you, Robin. I agree. But they don't. The Silent Brothers didn't seem like they had much personality anyway, so I don't know how much nicer they could have been.
Yeah, I just feel like it's that same sort of I'm assuming they're an extension of the clave. Like, obviously they are kind of, I feel like they're a little more BA than the clave is, because
I think so.
All that knowledge and being so powerful, but everything is governed by the clave because they're hold everything. So I don't know. I don't know.
When I think of the clave, I think of just like bureaucratic red tape, and everyone has a stick up their ass, and everyone's really like just kind of, I can't. Just people that you wouldn't want to drink with.
Buy you a drink.
Just you'd be like, no thanks. I can buy my own. I don't want to spend any time with you. Right? Like, these aren't people you want to hang out with. They're unpleasant. That's what I think of. I just get an unpleasant feeling. I'm like, fuck, these motherfuckers again.
They're all a bunch of librarian Karens.
Whoa.
As Audriana would say.
Yeah.
A bunch of Karens.
Oh, geez Louise.
All right. Okay, I think we successfully answered that question. Now, did we want to go to an Instagram question, Robin?
Yeah. Do you have them up?
I dare you.
I'm like... All right, so Amanda is going to ask our next question from Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from Rudy and Martin. They say, love your podcast so much. Thumbs up.
Thank you.
How did you all meet? Thank you so much for what you're doing. For doing what you're doing. My bad.
For what we're doing.
Yeah. I feel like Robin should talk about how we all met. She's the key to this relationship.
I'm the key to everything.
This tripod.
Clearly.
I'm leaning because there's a cat right here that you can't see. And she's taken over my desk. Anyway, Kristen and I met a long, long time ago.
In a galaxy far,
on a
far
bus
away.
far, far
The
away.
Wayback Machine.
Oh, like Peabody and Sherman?
Yeah.
The way back.
Yeah.
Anyway. I always, third grade.
Third grade? Yep.
Do you like the certainty in my voice?
Yes. Because every time she tells this story, she always asks me if it was third or fourth grade.
I don't know.
It's like my dad. He always thinks my birthday's
10.
on the 6th. It's not. Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to get personal.
Anyway, I think we sat next to each other, maybe. I don't know.
On the bus.
You were weird. I'm weird. I feel like you had lipstick, which I thought was really cool.
In third grade.
And you had pumpkin earrings with little cats coming out of them.
I got those in 5th grade.
Oh, that you remember.
Yeah,
because it's in my yearbook picture, girl.
I love it. I love it.
It's in my yearbook. The pumpkin earrings.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love it. That's great.
Okay, anyway. Flash forward X amount of years later, and Kristen had a connection to the place where Amanda and I work.
A connection being my ex-husband.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So
And that's where I was.
Yep.
Just
and that's
slaving away.
working for the weekend, if you will.
Typing.
And then
There was a lot of partying going on back then.
no.
Oh, jeez Louise. Yeah, so Robin and I, we liked each other back then,
Yeah.
but we
I
didn't
feel
really...
like we were like star-crossed lovers,
Uh-huh.
if you will. You know? Like, I kind of liked you, you kind of liked me, but we're just too afraid to talk to each other.
Yep. Yeah, and then I left and came back to work there, and Robin was still there, and we just, like, somehow we were like, did we just become best friends?
Yes!
Yes! And we have never parted since.
It's true.
And Kristen and I knew each other a little bit before I met Robin, though, because I was friends with her ex-husband. So we had hung.
Which, to be fair, is a safe thing to say about you and like 400 other people. Because my ex knew a lot of people.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
And so being like sort of sometimes partying with somebody was like, that could be any one of 2,000 people. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. So we
But
go
yeah.
back a long time, all of us.
Yes.
Long time.
Yeah.
Been
And then
a
I
long
just kind of was
time.
like, hey, what's up, girl?
Robin's like, my two sides. Let's come together.
My yin and my yang. Please meet. Really, really messy, like chaotic
bully.
thinking.
And my cheerleader. Gotta have
Yeah.
both sides.
And the neat nesting, you know.
Let's see if people can pinpoint who you're referring to on each shoulder.
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Oh, I love it. That
If
was
you
a
could
fun
just
question.
see the things on my desk right now. Craziness. I don't.
Oh, it's awesome.
So
Pepper shakers,
basically,
They're really cute.
they are very cute.
They're not out for Halloween. They're out year round.
I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Like you forgot to put them away last year, or they're just cool?
I have a bunch
A
of
reader
stuff
sent them
in
to me.
my Etsy cart. That's like I am on the hinge of buying because I want to make my downstairs half bath a Beetlejuice bathroom.
That would be
But-
beautiful.
Random.
I just like redid it, and by me, my husband did all the work, so he'll probably murder me.
Pish posh.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, I'm not cutting any of that because that was fun.
That was fun. That was a really fun question. It was probably something we should have covered like a long time ago.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so next question. Do you think the Inquisitor's attitude towards Jace has more to do with her distrust towards Valentine or her hatred for him personally?
Can I go first?
Do it.
Okay, I don't mean to be offensive to the people that wrote these questions by any means. I feel like it's a little bit of a silly question because why would she not like him personally? She barely knows this child. I mean, yeah, he's kind of like cocky, but
I think that that's what they meant. I think because he has such a bad attitude and she just
Okay.
like does not have any time for it at all.
do any of us?
I mean,
it's like-
Isabel's not like super great with her either.
Right.
And although she's kind of like, stop it, girl, she doesn't, try to murder him.
Literally,
Right.
several times.
I think it's a combination. I think like she was already decided on what she was going to do and she already didn't like the guy because he was Valentine's son. So like she was already going to do whatever, but like I think she got a little joy out of the pain because he was a dick. Right? Which
Right. Like, I feel like she
be
might
fair.
have struggled with it a little bit if he wasn't so
It made it a lot easier.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true. If he was really nice.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Like Simon, you know?
No. Jeez.
You will love Simon.
Yeah.
You will.
Whatever. The MF won't die.
He'll grow on you like Robin did.
Exactly. I
Agreed.
painted a pretty picture, but I was like, please like me. Hi.
Hey. We slowly just like came together too. It was like, oh, now we're sharing offices. Oh, now we're in a really small office. Oh, now she comes to my house and we're gonna work someday together in the house. Like, so we just slowly kept getting closer. Anyway, that's funny.
Well, you've also slowly begun to morph into the same person.
That's fair.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
okay, next question. All right. How do you feel about the way Maris treated Jace upon learning who his father was? Now, we talked about this in Zippolcast,
Yeah.
Oh.
but at the end of the book, everything's said and done. Do you have different feelings? More feelings? What do you think?
Still
I
mad.
think, yeah. So I think it depends on if, okay, this is not me. This is a question to Maris, okay?
Tell us, girl.
Do you or do you not feel like Jace is part of your family and is your son? Because if you do feel that way, for
Right,
real.
Yep.
And if you don't, it's like, okay, well, I guess you're going to sacrifice the outcast to better safety for your real kids.
Right.
I'm not agreeing with her, but
Right.
that's got to be the question. So I
It's-
feel like she doesn't actually think of Jace as part of the family. If she is willing to sacrifice him and put him aside, and kind of like Kristen, you had said, like, I doubt any of the shenanigans would happen if Robert was there.
Right. Yeah, I just don't think he would have let it go to that place. And I think they tried to explain away, and by they I mean Cassandra Clare. Like, and the, just by context of the other characters and everything, tried to make it seem like Maris was sending him away to protect him. And also to protect her family.
But she wasn't, because
But
he could've
that's
got
bullshit.
clicked out of being a Shadowhunter,
Right.
which she should have known would like destroy him.
Right. So it wasn't really about protecting him. It was
It was about protecting her.
right.
And
Because
her
I think
kids.
that she didn't want to be seen as a Valentine supporter, because who knows, she got a pretty light punishment as far as punishments go. I think,
keep going.
if you will. So her taking in and having Valentine's son isn't going to look good on her. Like, maybe she knew the whole time. And then she was going to get, a bigger slap on the wrist from the clave. So I think it was selfish. I think she was trying
Yeah.
to CYA.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's
because-
trying to spin it into every other angle.
Because this isn't like a temporary solution, right? It wasn't like I need you to get lost for a couple of days to give me some time to figure this out to protect you or whatever. It was like, go and be gone forever or stay and try to figure this out. Right? So, yeah, you're right. She just fuck her.
Yep.
Hear that, Maris? Fuck
I
you.
agree.
Right?
I agree. I think at one point I had thought, or I had mentioned that I was starting to like her more, and the more I think about it again, I'm like, no.
I know. Well, and it's hard because I was like, okay, what would I do if it was my kids? And that's what I kept saying in my head. But I'm like, you know what? If I had taken a kid in at 10 years old, that would be one of my kids.
Exactly.
So it's no longer what would I do for my kids? Like, that is my child.
Right.
So-
What am I going to do for
No.
my child, Jace?
Exactly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I can't. My brain
Get out of here
doesn't-
with yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Or Maurice as the narrator in the second Red Scrolls of Magic says, and it makes me cringe. I can't. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to listen to it. It's too much.
I have so many things to say about other things, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Right?
Gosh.
Okay. So why don't we have another Instagram question, Miss Amanda?
Cool beans. Okay. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's Dyra is a bookworm, point 23. Hey, I love your podcast. I listen to it all the time, even if I have to start over from the first episode because I listened to them all.
That's so cute.
I know, it's so nice.
Very nice. I wanted to know if you guys liked the City of Bones movie or the Shadowhunter series better. Also, what's your favorite memory or story associated to the Mortal Instruments series? Love you. You guys are funny as hell. Bam. Someone tell my kids.
Right?
Thank you so much.
Oh my god. Okay, so we could go on for ages about the movie and the
And
show.
why it sucks.
Okay. You can't come at me with that shit. I am not here for it today, okay? There were parts of the movie that were good. Mainly the beginning.
Dude, I can't wait.
You better hang on to your butts.
You gotta have that cigarette right here.
Yeah.
Hanging onto your lip. Yeah.
We're in Jurassic Park still, so.
Yeah, so these two have very differing opinions on the movie and the TV show, and obviously I haven't watched either yet, but we do hope to get there soon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, the cinematics are better on the TV show. The characters are cast way better on the TV show, for the most part. The main three.
Okay.
The main three.
Simon, Clary, and Jace.
No.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
No. I like my main three in the movie. I know. I am a Jamie Campbell Bower fangirl. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about him. I like that he looks sick. I like
feel
it.
like you could
I'm
nurse him?
into it.
Mommy wants to make him all better.
No. I didn't mean it like that.
You did. It came out from this deep place down in your belly.
Jeez.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll take
I'm
a skinny
excited.
man every once in a while.
Okay, anyway, to continue. I think we talked about it, and I think you convinced me, Kristen, that if the TV show would be absolutely perfecto, if they changed who the character, like they didn't, it should not have been Clary, Jace, Isabel,
Right.
everybody. Should have been a separate institute,
Yep.
a different city, and different characters, and just have that same sort of, even some of those, obviously the main plot line couldn't intertwine all the way. But that same sort of, okay, we're going to take this world. We like the idea of it. We like, the things that go in. And then we're going to write our own script.
Well, because the TV show bastardized the plot so much, it wouldn't have even been recognizable. They could have easily changed some names and it would have been totally fine.
Crazy.
It would be Aerie, Ace.
I can't. Not with the ace, dude. I've been super cool with her about it. But, like, internally, I'm still just like, I can't believe this is happening.
I love
don't like
it.
it. I don't like it. Anyway, my daughter has a crush. It's a thing. They flirt. It's gross. I don't like it.
Doesn't sound like a crush. Sounds like a thing.
You know what? She's stuck in her room, so, like, whatever. I don't care.
She's a babe.
Yeah. And the movie ruined, like, the thing.
I'm so angry. I was so
Obviously we're not
angry.
going to talk about it because we're not there in the series. But if you know, you know. And what?
Yeah, it's like, why would you
What?
give away plot points from future books in the adaptation of the first book?
Like, no,
you just
dude.
cut
And I
yourself
thought, I
off
was
at
like,
the knees.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I just want to know. So I gotta keep my head down, reading,
Right.
my nose in a book. Can't wait. Okay, so you guys, what is your favorite memory associated with the Mortal Instruments series? Kristen, go.
I can't remember.
Okay, then Robin, go.
I remember what you said.
I remember what you said too.
I don't remember what I said.
Obviously, it wasn't her favorite memory.
You were like in your room
Reading.
in a book.
And it was the perfect moment because it was like
Everyone
2
was
in the
sleeping.
morning. And everyone was asleep.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's like, oh yeah, I'm cozy.
I know I'm like, I love that. I love reading in the middle of the night when everyone else is asleep. It feels more immersive. I don't know. It's my favorite. I love staying up all night to read. There's nothing like it's just a feeling that's just like comforting.
Huh. I stay up and watch TV. Not anymore. I'm too tired for that shit.
Right.
Okay, I'll go next because Robin's is very touching. We don't want to go after her.
Right.
So,
I liked it better when you did.
I don't remember what you said, but I remember it was like, oh, really? Like, don't make us go after that.
I know. Yeah, because mine is obviously just this podcast. We did this podcast for 3 moms to kind of get some time together and have some time for just us and have excuses for our husbands and children to leave us alone. And it's been a lot of fun. Thanks, girls.
It's been really fun watching you go from like, it's been fun watching you go from like someone who just reads for entertainment. Like you're just reading to be entertained by this story or whatever. And then as you've gone on and you started asking more questions and like just like picking things apart and you're like, I would have never thought of that if I wasn't reading it for this. Like, that's always so much fun to me, is to see like what like acorns people dig out when they're trying to look for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's
I like
definitely
it.
some stuff I would have missed too if we weren't discussing it all the time. And I appreciate being able to understand it better.
Even like I
Robin,
doubt
I've read it so many times. There's still shit that we're like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
like Simon being a total fucking creep.
Who knew?
Glad I could bring that out.
Who knew? Not me. At 18, I was obviously into it.
Hi. Sorry to break your heart.
Well,
He's a loser.
I mean, okay, can we get real for a moment?
Let's get real.
Amanda probably wouldn't have made it past City of Bones.
It's true.
Oh, if we weren't doing this? Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think I would have. No.
Should be like, there's not
I'm
enough
very
sex.
glad that I have.
No, just not even like okay, I'm just gonna she's not a reader.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So or even a tapeworm, if you will.
Right. Right. You mean like an audible? Like listening to it? Yeah.
From David Sedaris. Yeah, a tapeworm.
I mean, I'm glad I am now because I'm able to get through a lot more, being able to listen.
And
I feel like I'm
things?
cheating the system.
No.
No. I listen to books all the time. It's great because you can actually be productive doing other things. And as a mom.
Yep.
That's exactly why I'm not a reader. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
I don't have 20 minutes to myself. How would I ever get through a freaking book?
Right.
So.
But being able to listen while you're making dinner is like.
Well, and wireless earbuds are just like the newest, bestest ever thing. So.
You're not getting caught on like drawer handles and shit. Oh, that would drive me nuts before I got wireless ones.
Oh, jeez.
I don't have any. I put it in my apron pocket and then run the cord through my shirt.
I've done that, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Robin, tell us your story.
Okay, so this one time at camp.
Literally,
I was at camp.
Yeah. I remembered after I said I didn't remember. So I
That's okay. So we went up to, obviously we don't do this anymore because the tradition died with my grandparents. But it's true. We used to go up to the same campground, to the same camp spot every single year.
Right.
And so the last time that we went, it was my great-grandmother, my grandma, my mom, and me. My uncle was there too, but...
Doesn't count.
Anyway, right. And it was the last time that everybody was able to go up camping all together. And there was no, like, my stepdad was there, and, and my uncle was there. But the thing I remember most, the moment, is we were all sitting in, like, these old, crappy, like, sun chairs, right? The kind that have, like, that plastic
Awesome.
that wraps around and weaves.
Yeah, plastic
We're all
nylon.
What? What'd you say? You want one?
I want one. Like, I've been trying to find one.
They stick to your sweaty thighs.
Yeah, and they seem very uncomfortable.
Anyway, we're all great-grandma, grandma, my mom and I are all stretched out on these chairs, and we were all reading. And I had read Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, particularly, so many times. But it was the book that I grabbed to go on this trip just because it felt familiar, and I wanted to reread it. And I did. I reread all of City of Bones and all of City of Ashes while we were up there. And it was just I was going to say the three of us, but the four of us sitting in the sun reading our books. And like I said, I brought City of Bones, and it was just the last time we were all together. And it's a good, warm memory.
Aww.
It makes me think of it when I have the actual book that I brought raw here. And
Oh. Smell like
smells like
campfire.
You're like, smells like grandma.
smells like grandma. Both grandmas.
That's like a super sweet story, and I'm glad
It is.
that we saved you for last this time because
This time. I wanted my one butt smell like fart moment from you guys. And you've just pulled the rug out from under my feet.
Well, last time we both felt like shit because neither of us were really actually listening to you. We were both in La La Land.
You were
I was
looking at
thinking
your
of
own
jokes I missed out
picture
on.
in the mirror or in the video. I was doing.
Oh, shoot.
crazy.
Don't show your double chin.
Dude,
Oh my gosh.
seriously.
Craziness. Okay, let's move on to our next question, shall we?
Do it.
Where is it? I don't know. Do you think Jocelyn loves Luke back? Yes.
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 Yeah.
That was fairly easy. I feel like you can't not. Okay, from what we've experienced of Luke, you would have to. You would end up falling in love with this guy. He's been around for 10 years,
I'm in
taking
love
care of
with
your
him.
kid. Right. He's obviously like the greatest guy ever, as we've
Disgust and
yes, at length, ad nauseum.
it's not going to stop.
Yeah, you can't not love him. Of course she does.
Exactly.
Yep.
And she's too freaked out about like something stupid and irrational, and she doesn't
I
want to talk
know.
about her feelings. I'm sure it's something stupid like she's like, I'm cursed. I don't deserve love again because I loved that bastard. Like, I'm sure it's something ridiculous like that, and she needs to get over it.
Like the Clary and Jace penance.
Right. It's like, enough with the self-flagellation, people. Let's move on. Why are you laughing?
Poop smell like butt. I thought you said flatulence. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Shit. Anyway, I agree. Duh, she loves him.
I want someone to screenshot that face that I just made.
It was good.
And meme it or something.
Oh.
Okay. Next question. Do you think Clary and Simon should have stayed together, or are they better off as friends?
I think we've also discussed this at length. What did you say? Nope the fuck right out of there? To quote Kristen?
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Nope, nobody,
thank
nope,
you.
nope. To quote Robin.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, don't stick around for someone that doesn't love you anyway.
Right.
Like, if they're... Yeah.
Don't try to make
Who could
it
ever
happen.
learn to love a beast? Belle could. Clary could not learn to love Simon. Not in that way.
It's sad, but no.
It goes to show you that, like, high school crushes and, whatever, like, look, if you say, if you want to be honest with them and tell them how you feel and whatever, and if they don't feel the same, then just move on with your life, because you're going to be a lot happier than pining for this person that doesn't love you back.
Hard at that age, though. Holy
It is,
cow.
for sure. For sure.
But I am confident that both of them will find better people.
Yeah.
And one of them might be someone else's blood relation.
I was going to say one of them might be their brother, but it's cool. We're all fine fine with it. We've all agreed to this.
Right? We're
We don't
over it.
care.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We've
Just
gone
don't have
past
babies.
it.
It's fine.
This is the...
All right. So, no, Clary and Simon should not be together ever under any circumstance. It's weird. We don't like it. We're not about
They
it.
should have never been together. That was
Exactly.
never should have been a thing.
No. It was cringy.
Yep.
So.
Because their names together don't even make any sense. Claire
Yeah.
They can't have a celebrity name, so it doesn't count.
Stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
All
great.
right. Miss Amanda, do you have another Instagram question for us?
I do. We have a question from Maddie.Ryan7. Who are your favorite characters / ships so far? I love this podcast so much. Hearts, hearts. We love you, Maddie.Ryan7. I love you. Wait, I didn't do it with you.
Oh.
Wait, did I do it? Okay. All right. So, I think mine's pretty obvious. It's Clary and Jace because I've gotten far more into it. This book.
I'm a Maliker for life.
This is true.
They are my OTP, period.
Yeah.
End of, full stop, end of story. That's just how it is.
What is that?
One true pairing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to...
Are you also on board with that?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think they're really a couple in this book.
I agree. Yeah.
Although you can still ship people even if they're not a couple.
That's true.
Right. They're my favorite ship. Yeah.
You can ship whoever you want to.
But the tension between them in this novel is just, it's few, it's far between, but it is so good.
I'm shipping Jocelyn and Luke.
That was my second. My third would be Luke and Clary.
What?
Their like relationship, not their relationship.
I was like,
He's
wait.
my dad.
I was like, I have not read that
Also her
fanfic.
dad.
I don't think that's what they mean by ship. I don't think that's ever what they mean by ship.
Yes, they do.
Don't answer that in internet forums
Favorite
that way.
characters / ships. Whatever. Friendship, relationship is still a relationship. Okay.
Maybe like this kind.
No. Maddie, tell us, girl.
She's going no. She's gonna nope the fuck right out of this
She's not.
conversation.
She agrees with me.
Okay, so listen, everybody here, you know our favorite character at this moment because I think we talked about it last episode. And I said Luke, and Amanda said Luke, and Kristen said Alec. Always. But let's erase that and go for secondsies.
Okay. Like second, who's
Favorite?
our
Yeah,
tier,
you can't-
tier 2?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Who's silver?
2. Magnus. It's
I
not
don't
a
get
hard
enough
throw
of
for
him.
me. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah. Based off of these two books, you would say Magnus.
Yeah. He has the most, like, sassafras.
Okay.
That's fair.
I would have to say Jace.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
I,
really
mean,
like
Jace would
this
be
one.
my third option.
He's annoying, but he's really funny.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
got
and
great
we're-
lines.
Yeah, and we're finally kind of digging in a little bit more
And
into who he is a little
Simon
bit.
has great lines too. And obviously, when we started this podcast, I declared that he was my favorite, but he's still just kind of creepy. I mean, the creepy is getting over,
Right.
so I'm assuming it's going to change in the next couple books. But as of right now, not enough to go to
Fingers
tier
crossed.
2. Yeah.
Dude, think of the last relationship that you had ended and think of if that person kissed you and then was like, bye, bitch. No, it's weird.
Go away.
No thanks. I don't like that he did that.
Nope.
Bye.
Bye.
Just gonna
Anyway.
slowly exit the conversation because I feel like I'm no longer welcome in this.
That's great. I really do hope Maddie responds and tells you bitches That what I said was cool beans.
No.
And the way you said it, it caught me so off guard.
I know. I was like, she must have said the wrong name.
I was like, that's a different one.
You gotta wait another year for that, man.
Oh my god. But yeah, but as you said, Robin, Jocelyn and Luke.
Yeah.
But see, I ship them only because it will make Luke happy, not because I want Jocelyn to be happy.
They're not actually in a relationship, bitch.
But you ship them, you want them in a relationship.
That means that's what it means. You want them in a relationship, a romantic relationship, not a friendship. Mm-hmm. It's cool, dude. You didn't know. You're new to the lingo.
I do know. Relationships can be friendships, okay? I have a relationship with you and with Kristen and with my dad.
But I feel there's some tension there.
You guys are stupid. Nerds.
The amount of wheezing in this episode is coming from my mic, let me tell you. Let's move on to the next question before we start brawling.
Yeah.
Okay. In your opinion, was the Seelie Queen being cruel when she made Jace and Clary kiss, or was she really trying to offer them a valid excuse to express their feelings for each other? I think it's both.
I think it's both also.
I do, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a cop-out. I get it, but...
I think more on the cruel side, but...
Oh, yeah. I think it's just in fairy's nature to find the thing that you want, give it to you, but with, like, in the worst possible way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, I wonder if it's something like, fairies obviously don't have human emotions.
Okay.
I feel like they're a little bit kind of...
Like, they don't have the same kind of emotions?
Exactly. So I think she probably thinks it's funny watching everybody be uncomfortable. Nobody was comfortable in that moment.
See, I would die because I hate cringe. Cringe is too much for me. I, like, put the covers over and I go blah, 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 when, like, weird shit's on TV. Like, we watch Alaskan Bush People, and there are sometimes I can't bring myself to watch a scene. I'm like, nope, this is it's gonna do me over. Okay. And I get so cringed out. I don't like it. But there are people that, like, watch trashy reality TV because they love the cringe. And I'm like, dude, I can't watch other people be embarrassed. It does something to my insides. It hurts me as a human. I can't.
Agreed.
Awesome. That's great.
So if I was in there with all them, the Seelie Queen, I'd be like, I gotta go.
Didn't you, like, do this when you were reading it? And you were like,
yeah, I couldn't. I was just like, oh, God.
I think that I was actually in the room with Andy, and I was like, I think I literally was like, oh. Oh, God. Oh,
or, like, in Java Jones, in book 1, when Simon's trying to tell Clary that he's in love with her. Oh, God. I have goosebumps right now. Like, I literally just broke out goosebumps. I don't like it at all. It's a bad feeling, man.
It's bad news bears.
That's great. I love it.
So, yeah, she's just evil. And she likes to see people squirm. So, how do you think Simon's mom will react to the news of his transformation? Amanda?
I don't think she'll believe him. I mean, I don't think I would. If my kid came to me right now and was like, Mom, I'm still the kid that you've always known, but I'm actually a vampire. I'm undead. Like, I don't think I'd believe him. I'd make him prove it first.
Yeah, okay? That's what my reaction would be. Prove it.
Yeah.
and then when she did prove it, I'd be like, fuck.
What do we do now? Yeah. Because it sounds like everything we've we haven't heard much from Simon's mom or about her, but she sounds like she's a nice person. Mm-hmm. So, and like a good mother. I mean, we get a little bit, but anyway, so I would assume she would be like, prove it. And then if he did, she'd be like, okay, what are we going to do now?
Right.
And obviously he knows more than she does. So, but then I assume that the entire Downworlder community world would have to be explained to her. So that would be a lot to take in. But I guess Clary and Simon have taken it in pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't they just have, like, Magnus erase that part of her memory and then pretend like he never told her?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Probably, yeah.
Personally, okay, obviously I am putting myself in the box of having just read up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that he's just not going to tell her.
Yeah.
Especially
I
now.
wouldn't.
He doesn't need to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only thing is he's going to eventually have to tell her when he doesn't age.
Or he could get stage makeup. If Johnny Knoxville can look like that old guy
That's true.
on Bad Grandpa,
That is super true.
this can happen.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Because
Yeah,
now he
I
can
don't-
go in the day, so he can really live more of a normal life.
Uh-huh.
So, sorry, Kristen, I cut you
Yeah.
off.
No, it's fine. Like, when he gets too old to, like, pass,
Yeah.
then he can just fake his own death and just, like, move on. Move to a different city for a couple decades.
Okay.
If he doesn't want to tell her, I mean, I think the easier option would be to just tell her if you know, wanted to have a relationship with your mom, which I guess they have a healthy relationship, so that's something he would want to do.
Depends
Right.
on how close they are, yeah.
Right. So,
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's weird. I like the idea of putting myself in mom's shoes and see how I would react. And I think, yeah, I'd be like, prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they proved it, then I'd just be like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now what?
But being such a nerd, like, if that really, I'd be like, tell me everything.
Yeah.
I'd be just like Simon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true, because his D&D thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'd be about it.
Okay, I'm going to read another question from people. Do you have more?
No, go for it.
Okay. We have one from C. Bolts. And they say, I have two questions. First, what are each of your favorite colors? And second, if you had to choose one of them to be the main, if you had to choose one of the main characters to die, who would it be? Drum roll. Me to choose a Simon.
Jocelyn.
Quick, Robin, pick one.
In this book,
I think so far.
I don't think Jocelyn's the main character, by the way.
Oh, that's a good
That is
point.
a cop out.
That's a good point. It does say main character.
Uh-huh. She's not. She's been asleep.
Clary.
Mm-hmm. The whole story doesn't make sense. Bye, Clary.
We could just transfer to another point of view. I don't want to kill off Clary, but
I want to kill off Simon.
I know you do.
Awesome.
I'm glad that I'm in another building. Because I would say Alec.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Just at this point, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of been a whiny wet blanket.
That's a good point. He really has.
He's
In
been
fact, they
dealing with a
even
lot
talk
of
about his
adult
clothes.
issues. Okay.
I'm just saying. I was going to say something about the future, but I'm not going to because that's not what we do.
Nope. Not
Ask me
intentionally.
Again.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling my answer would change.
Okay. You'll have to make it up to me later.
But as of right now, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Simon dies.
Nothing
We
bad
all
is
agree.
happening to my Lukey pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's the kiss of death. We'll see what happens in book 3.
And I really like Isabel. And
Yeah.
I feel like she's been at least more... She's not so mopey.
Right.
Yeah.
She's been a little bit more fleshed out. Like, we only got very surface level Izzy in book 1.
I feel like the first time we did this, we decided that the character had to have had
A point of
Their
view.
point
a
of
point
view,
of view.
that's right.
But you couldn't pick Maya because you also copped out
Right, I did pick Maya.
on Maya.
Yeah. They made me go through everyone until I picked Clary, and then they were like, well, what the fuck? That's way too much of a main character. And I'm like, dude,
I forgot about that.
I can't
Yeah.
make either of you happy. I'm sorry. I'm just one woman.
That's fine. Simon was the only acceptable answer.
No.
It says right here in the notes. Just kidding.
She types it in.
I should have responded.
If
to
you had
Siebel
to
be
kill
like, Simon.
one Simon, which Simon would it be?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on to our next question, shall
Okay.
Do it.
Oh.
I dare you.
Double dog.
we? If you were in Clary's situation, would you have let Simon die rather than help him transition into a vampire? No.
Oh.
We talked about this already.
Mhm.
And we put ourselves in
Right.
the shoes of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No. Yes. No. Yes. Just kidding. No, if I were in her shoes, no, I agree. I would not have
No.
let him die.
No, I wouldn't
you
let him
would?
die either.
No, I
would
wouldn't
not
let
have.
him die.
No, I would not have.
Yeah, no, me either.
Mm-mm.
No.
Sorry, you're gonna be a vamp.
Well, especially because Simon seemed so excited when he found out about the Shadow World. So it wasn't like he was totally like
Right.
creeped out.
Uh-huh.
Go away. No, thank you.
Well, and to me, it's also, I mean, it's not like he
William
can't-
does that to me. Go away, Mom.
Oh. Sad. So to me, it's like there's a way for him to die still.
If he chooses.
If he decides to. So he can, if he, like, hates it, stab me in the heart or make me eat garlic.
Right. It's not an end sum game. He could still die.
Yeah. Yeah. Faux show.
You see a wild robin there, listening for the song of her people.
My mommy's sense is tingling.
It's a robin in the wild.
That's really good.
She could hear a cub all the way upstairs.
It's true.
I'll never forget
My
the first
Mama
time.
Bear Karen shirt.
Yeah, yep. The first time I could hear Cassie coughing from way down the hall. And Andy's like, how can you hear that? And I'm like, I have mom ears, dude. I don't know. Both of our doors were closed. She was all the way at the end of the hall. I could still hear her coughing.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, do you have more? How many more
I
do
do.
you have?
I
Okay.
have 3 more.
Okay, go.
Holy
Cool.
moly.
4 more. Just kidding. 4 more. What do you think Valentine will do now that his plan failed?
Try again.
Yeah, I agree. He's not
Lather,
gonna
rinse,
stop.
repeat.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to wait another 10 years before taking action.
Right.
I think he's going to do a quick regroup and try to push home.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, next question. Why do you think the Inquisitor's opinion of Jace changed after she saw his scar? What are your predictions as to what she whispered to him as she was dying? I don't know. I got
She
nothing.
whispered to him, she's like, the law is hard, but it is the law.
Bitch.
No. This is what
I
happened.
know.
This is what happened. She got in real close. And she said, I'm the cheese. Have you guys seen Super Troopers 2?
Yeah.
No.
Farva's, they're mac and cheese. I'm the cheese.
I only saw it the one time in theaters, by the way. I think that there's something that she noticed with his tattoo that was significant. Was it a tattoo or a scar?
It's a scar.
It's a
Scar,
scar.
yeah.
Because a rune's like a tattoo, duh. Stupid. Don't be stupid, Amanda.
He just has a tribal band that gets mixed up with his runes.
Bruh.
Barbed wire.
Bruh.
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 I feel like maybe she felt like a butthole.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, dude, you were right. You're just a poor child.
What I wonder, so like his shirt like ripped open, right? Like that's why she saw it. Oop. So, I mean, I guess question is, it could be the scar that she was talking about, or it could be the other whip scars that he has on his back. Right?
Okay.
Like, oh fuck, he really didn't love you. My bad.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know what I mean? I
I
mean, we
feel
don't
like
know.
it's like a Harry Potter thing. Like, you are the chosen one. Like, he's actually an angel. I don't know. I've been mean to an angel this whole time? Oh, shit.
His name's really Gabriel.
What is the one that Ezekiel, Raphael? What's the one that they talk about the most? Raphael?
Raphael.
That's it. Not it.
Raziel?
Yeah, that one. He's actually that
Is it
one.
Donatello? I can't.
Michelangelo.
Freaking no. Give me a break.
You're breaking my balls here. What is it? You're busting my balls?
Busting my balls.
Busting my balls.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Oh my god. Okay.
Not so shiny.
At what point do you think Jace realized Alec was with Magnus?
I
clue.
don't think they're together. Still.
I think
have
there's something
something
going
going
on.
on.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I don't think they're together.
I think they're at least like something.
Like dancing in the moonlight?
I don't know. I think they're like making out and doing some stuff. I don't think they're fully hooking up yet because I don't think Alec is there yet.
I don't think so either. I don't think they've even made out.
I don't know.
I just think that it's kind of
I feel like
been,
they've definitely like hung out
flirty.
one-on-one before at this point.
Yeah.
But like in what context? Like, you know that first kind of relationship that you had where like neither of you wanted to talk about like dating, so you were just like hanging out. And that was like your first step of your relationship, and you're like just watching him play video games on like some tweaker's couch.
No.
Oh,
My
sorry.
answer to your question is no. I don't know about that.
It's amazing I'm still alive, man.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
I would say that,
I forgot the question.
how do you follow that? I don't know. Maybe he's, okay, again, Alec, at this moment, I'm not saying anything for future, is kind of like a sopping wet blanket.
I will take that constructive criticism.
So maybe he's beginning to be more happy and kind of like his mood's changing and stuff. And the only new thing in his life is Magnus.
Is a certain sexy warlock.
So then Jace is like, oh. Duh.
Oh, yeah, the question was, when did Jace figure it out? I think it was when they showed up and Alec was already there on the stoop at Magnus's house.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Or you're right, he's just noticing. Maybe he can see their, tension.
Like when King Triton gets excited because Sebastian tells him that Ariel has a crush, and he's like, who's the lucky merman? And it's like, no, this is douchebag Eric.
This guy with legs. Oh, jeez.
This jerk, he's got some legs.
What a jerk.
Jerk.
Oh my god. Okay, time out.
That's great.
Time out, hold on. Alec, okay, this might have to be cut, but I truly can't remember. Didn't Alec have a key to Magnus's house?
Yeah. And that's what
That
I'm
was
talking
in this
about on the
book,
step.
right?
On the stoop,
Yeah.
he had the key.
Okay, so we don't have to cut this out. We'll just pretend. We'll just let everybody know that
Let it
I'm
ride.
an idiot and can't remember. But okay, yeah, so he had a key. So why would you have a key to this guy's house? Something's
Well, that seems
going
very
on there.
early if they aren't dating for him to have a key.
Right. Well, I mean, and it might not be his key. It might have been like, I'm going to be doing an errand and I'll meet you at my house. Here's a key so you can let yourself in.
Here's where I keep the rock that covers up a key.
Right. Right. Although, why
That
it wouldn't
doesn't
just
look
be magic.
real.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
But realistically, Jace isn't the most emotionally aware person in the world, right?
Mhm.
We know he's observant because he's like I guess they're like trained at like detective work, right? Like hunting and finding demons and whatever. So like you could like
shadowing.
An
Right.
investigation. Discovery.
shadowing and or hunting.
Slash.
Because they, you know, they might be hunters. I don't know.
Eh.
What's in a name? Anyways. So because of that, and because he's not like necessarily like a super emotionally savvy person, I think it's far more likely that he just followed Alec on like running along the rooftops, following him, and then like found out that way.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put it past Jace to like stalk his friend.
Uh-huh. I would totally stalk one of you guys if I felt like you were lying to me. So don't do it.
Makes me feel safe.
Good. It's out of love.
All right, we have one last question.
Oh, I have one too, just so you know. It's fine, you go, but I
Okay.
also have one.
What is your opinion of Jace and Clary's feelings toward each other? We ship it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's what that means.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It does. She's just not about it at all. All right, what's your question?
Yeah, we're into it. Okay, this is from Helly Loves Dance. I hope I said that correctly. Which character's development do you find the most interesting so far, and who are you most looking forward to reading more about? It's Jace, I think, for me.
I could see that for sure.
And I think
Yeah.
the thing I want to read more about is Jace and Clary, because I want to know.
Yeah.
Mhm. What about the development?
Jace.
Getting to know the reason why he acts like he does.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I think we talked a little bit about this in City of Bones wrap up, that Clary at that point was really the only character that had any real growth, because she was the only really, there wasn't very many POV jumps, so we didn't really get to see. And in this book, there was a lot more POV jumps. We got to be in a lot more characters' heads. So I think that we've moved on from Clary being the only one that had any growth and progress. I mean, I think Alec did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Simon had some growth.
Yeah, for sure.
Clary
I mean,
did.
I don't
think-
know. I mean,
I don't
I-
think Clary.
I don't know.
I think that we
that epilogue kind
learn-
of fucked all of her personal growth.
Right. Well, we learn what's motivating Jace a little
Yep.
bit more, and why his actions, why he does what he does.
Right.
But I don't know if he grew as a character.
Okay.
I think, like, we probably, like I said, we got that kind of point of view, but I don't know if it's like, so, like, for instance, Simon at the start of the book is super, super, super creepy.
And he's alive.
And then towards the end of the book, like, even emotionally, he's able to just, what did you do? Time out? Hold on.
Time out. Hold on.
Yeah. This isn't working. You don't love me. Like, I'm moving on
Right.
from this. I'm bearing this hatchet. I was going to say axe. Axe it was what I was going to say. Or even Alec, who's come into, even not even admitting to himself that he
Right.
has feelings for
I think
anybody. And now-
it's just full stop has feelings. He doesn't-
exactly for,
It's like, nah.
nah.
What is happening?
Right.
Right,
And
but
then
like you can
at the
see
end
him
of the book,
start
he's able to be
processing.
like, okay,
Right.
take my hands.
Yeah. I think
Take my energy.
Eh.
which is basically take my heart. You have my
No,
heart because
it's
I love you
not.
forever.
It's I want to win this battle.
And I'd like to find out. Here's the thing. This is where I'm teetering on. I'm trying to, like. Obviously, I'm answering everything as if I've only read Bones and Ashes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know more about Isabel because she is such a boss. But at this point, Cassandra Clare has teased more with Maya because we've had a point of view for her. Because we decided that Isabel did have a POV in the very first chapter, Pandemonium.
Right.
That's right.
But otherwise, she hasn't really had a POV. She's been kind of a back burner character, which is... Sorry.
Don't get
so-
emotional. Poor Isabel.
Gosh, you guys keep interrupting me.
I'm
I am
sorry.
so dumb. I can't remember what I... Oh,
You're drunk.
not.
Oh, bummer.
I wish... I want to know more about Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we got that POV from her. And I'd like to know more about Max.
Mm-hmm.
And Isabel, obviously. But
Yeah.
at this rate, I don't know if Isabel's going to have a POV. You'd think she would have already had one by now.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I mean, Magnus hasn't had a POV either.
I know.
Okay.
But I don't know if to me, he's not a main character.
Right.
At this point.
He's kind
He's
of like in the
supporting
adult
staff.
group. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
like I know that like
It's where we belong.
we're not going to even go there because yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a kind of hard, like, there's a lot, this is a big ensemble cast, right? Like there's a lot of like significant players, maybe not all main characters, but like very significant players. And so in order to tell all of their stories, I mean, this is a 6-book arc, right? It's a 6-book story, essentially. So I think we might get more Izzy later. I think it just might be trying to pace out like all these new characters and like so you can have time to get to know somebody and then like move to the next person.
I'd also like to know more about that Fox TV show version Raphael.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my God.
That was kind of my like Clary and Luke moment, by the way. That was mine.
So for me, I want to see more of the Lightwoods. Isabel, Alec, Max, could take or leave, Maris or Robert, don't really care. I just want the kids.
Okay.
But for Jace, we had talked about his development. I think you're right. He didn't have much development, but there was a little bit, that like willingness to go to Luke, to lean on Luke. I feel like it's like him just starting, and sometimes that phase in the growth process is like super interesting. I don't know. I'm getting too deep. Anyway.
I guess I didn't really answer the question.
Yeah, tell us.
I think Simon had the most growth.
Yes. I think so. too.
Okay.
I would concur with that. What do you think, Amanda?
She said Jace already.
Oh, that's right.
I guess, I mean, well, the question was,
Literally
which
2.5 hours past my bedtime.
which character's development do you like the most so far? Not who has the most growth. So I
That's
think
fair.
I'd still stick with Jace. Just because I think he's starting to develop. I don't know.
Well,
I
and
don't know.
You like him because he's in your favorite ship.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
My Jason Luke ship. Just kidding.
to be fair, I am totally letting my knowledge cloud my judgment, because when I first read these books, Jace and Clary were my life.
Okay.
So I can't help. I can't ignore what I know, and so it's tainted my judgment. But
I am, obviously,
care.
I think I've said that I'm having a hard time. I have not stuck to what we originally said we were going to do, and I have not been reading chapter by chapter. I am way far ahead, and so I am super impressed that you guys have been able to keep things and pretend like things have been a secret and things like that, like about Jason Clary and stuff, you know?
Right.
So I'm proud of you guys. Good job. I don't know how I'm going to not say things. It's hard.
Well, just how we managed to hide plot points from you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Kristen's pretty good at it. She got me on who won this season of the Great British Bake Off.
Oh, okay.
Like, hardcore got me.
I'll tell you, I am sick and tired of Netflix starting it opposite, and then I see who's in the end.
Don't do that.
No.
Yes, because it's like they put them in backwards for some reason.
They did, yeah.
So it starts with 10, and I'm like, dude, I just saw the final 3. It happened to me the last 2 seasons. I mean, I'm only on season 3, but it happened on 2 and now again on 3, and I'm just pissed about it.
No.
Anyway, that's my story.
And you're sticking to it?
Yeah.
All right. So that was a long one.
That was a long one.
We were, it's late. Okay.
Yeah.
So please know that we did this because we love you and we wanted to give you a video, and unfortunately my mic just wasn't on last time. So
Cross your fingers, everything works.
we slapped this together. It's midnight. We're all exhausted, and so sorry if we were a little
tomorrow to start recording our first episode of City of Glass.
I love Glass.
It's gonna be so good.
Love.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Who has to write their script? Raise a hand.
I already finished chapter 1, but yeah.
I finished chapter nothing.
Yeah.
I have been in just a funk this week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this kicked
I'm like,
me out
yes,
of it.
you have.
That's a good word for it. Funk this week.
Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need to
Mercury's
get
in
together.
retrograde or
That'd be good.
something.
Whatever.
This kicked me out of it, so I appreciate
Good.
you guys.
Same.
I appreciate reading reviews and
Same.
Oh my gosh,
getting
yes.
feedback on Instagram posts.
Yeah.
And
Thank you all for contributing and asking your questions.
yes, for real. We
your time.
posted the post kind of late because I don't know, we just weren't thinking
Because
about it.
I don't
was
know,
like,
we're not very good planners.
whoever runs the Instagram sucks.
No. You're amazing.
Whoever
Anyway.
creates the graphics and created a graphic saying the wrong book title.
Whoever didn't notice.
Our proofreader.
Yeah.
Again, okay. Anyway, I was like, there's no way anybody's going to comment on it. We haven't had it up. We haven't given people enough time. And so amazed,
Yes.
as always.
Yes.
Yes. Thank
Our
you.
guys are so
listeners
amazing.
are the bee's knees.
The
Faux show.
business.
Yeah, and if you're listening and you're one of our newer listeners, I mean, we've been killing it in Germany. I'm just saying.
Okay, okay.
California,
Yeah.
also.
Yeah,
Okay.
we get to see a map of like where people are listening from and how many downloads from each country and things like that, and it's amazing to look at every day and just see from all over the place. It's crazy. But if you are, find us on Instagram.
Check us out on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Downworlder Dish Podcast.
Interact with us. Hang
There
out
we
with
go.
us. Love us. Please.
Please. Please. We need it.
Wait, you do the...
Oh.
Please. Okay.
Okay, so I guess it's time, guys.
Yes.
time.
Love you.
All right.
Wait. I wasn't ready. I said it was time, and I'm not ready.
I
for
was
it to
like,
be
what
time.
is she doing?
This is literally our lives. This is
What,
all
me
of
being
us.
annoying?
All of us do this. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Good
Do it.
job.
Make sure that you read Chapter 1, The Portal in City of Glass, for next week's episode.
Ooh. Well, and I think Robin already covered it for me, but I'll go ahead and add it anyway. For behind-the-scenes content and the latest updates, check us out on Instagram at Downworlder Dish Podcast.
Do it.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.